Okay, let me refresh my Facebook page. You see where the camera is pointing. So we're going to tilt it just a little bit more down so y'all can see. Get my iPad out of the way. I want to kind of squeeze these in a little more so y'all can see the colors. And I'm gonna share it to my other page, handmade by TLC. Hello, hello. Again, I'm just waiting for some people. Let me turn this down. Hi, Kathy. I'm going to share this a few more places. Let's see. I don't know where everyone is, but the weather here in Michigan was optimal. It was gorgeous today. 60 degrees, sunny. The birds are just chirping their little hearts out. Everybody's getting ready for spring. Let's put this in just 2 more groups. I'm gonna work with some stuff that I've never played with before. So I'm pretty excited actually. I get to do it with all of you. I've seen it worked with before. Actually, Rosemary Shannon Bridges, my good friend, did make a project for CHA a few years back with this Shimmer's paper. The stuff that I found was through Elizabeth Craft Designs. Trying to share to this page and it won't take any more. I don't want to share to a page I manage. I want to share in a group. If I could click on the right one, I would have already been done with it. That is the key, isn't it? Hi Dana, I'm so glad you joined us. And Patricia. Hi. Hi Mel. Hello. So last week's Facebook Live was so successful. I think like 1,000 people viewed it, which is just still humbling and astounding to me. But I have found that if you come at different Facebook groups with the intentions of just sharing what you're doing, not necessarily selling or trying to promote yourself, and just, look, I'm making this, you guys want to come and watch, let's do it together, that sort of thing, it goes off really well. It turns out great. Everybody was really interested in what I was making last week, and that's the fun part of this entire thing. So it'll just take one more minute. I found a few groups that were terribly interested in making sure that they got invited. You know, some of the groups are large, some of them are ordinary sizes, like under 1,000, but it doesn't matter to me. It's whether or not somebody's, I had a group last week, a lot of the response from that group was they've never heard of the wobbles, which kind of surprising because they've been out for years, but if they have never been subjected to or shown what that wobbler can do, then it makes sense that they've never understood that that was even out there. And a lot of them were very grateful for me showing the kitty cat card that wobbled. You just never know what level people are at, so it's important to stay crafty and invite people whether or not you know who they are or not, so that they can get shown different things. Okay, so there was an Australian group called Card Making and Papercraft Aussie. That wanted to make sure that I invited them just so that they can find out whether or not the people that are in their group are interested. And I think that's it. Okay, fantastic. There are a few others if I do Copic coloring and stuff like that, but we are on and we are live, and now I'm all excited to show you what I get to play with. Hi, Jessie. I saw the other day that you were going to be teaching a class with Hedgehog Hollow. Congratulations. They're having some kind of big event. I don't remember exactly what it was, but congratulations. And Kathy Myers. Kathy says hi, Jim. Oh, you already answered. Okay. He can't type today. He just got off work a little while ago, but his boss could call him at any second and say, hey, get back on the computer. So, okay. So we're going to get started. I'm not going to make a super long video out of today, but I wanted to kind of play with some things. Like I mentioned earlier, Rosemary Shannon Bridges made a card for CHA that I got to run across, and I thought it was just phenomenal. And actually what she did was use this shimmer paper, and I think she embossed it, dry it in just regular, like an embossing card. Let me show everybody. It's a 3-pack, acid-free Mylar. You can emboss it, alter it, and let your ideas shine, which I think sometimes it gets a little old working with regular design paper, or sometimes I like to get into using digitals, pre-colored digitals, and make my own design paper because I know I can coordinate it with the stamp set, like what's in my store with Jazz. You can put the little hat on the background and things like that. I think it keeps the idea of card making fresh and new, and inspires me to continue to do it because it's brand new. I got some some things in, some like products in, and I wanted to share it with everybody. Now this Mylar paper is holographic. I don't know how much of it you can actually catch, but it's got this pink one, several different shades in it. Looks like a rainbow basically, but more of a pink. I bought, this is like a lime green, which I thought was kind of cute because you could use this for like an ocean scene in the background. Purple, which I think would be perfect for Easter or Mother's Day or spring cards. I think it's really pretty. It's got a yellow shimmer in it. And this is the turquoise or aqua. You could obviously use that for any kind of under the ocean or a sailing ship, the back of that kind of card. You can use this paper all by itself, and it's really got a lot of action, a lot of motion. This is more of a pearly white one. It's got kind of a yellow and a purple on the top. So I just wanted to show all of that to you. It was new. I got it in, and I'm gonna alter it and play with it with some of the other stuff that I got in 2 days ago. It feels like Christmas every time I get something new in. So this is my Stay Strong free sentiment set, and I put an ad out there today, and we are 2 people or 3 people away from hitting 100. So I'm gonna be drawing the winner, 100 subscribers to my newsletter. We're going to be drawing the winner for the double dial die really soon. I was impressed with how many people loved this sentiment set. I'm so happy to be able to put it out there for you. It has a lot of really nice fonts. It's got a little bit of sentimentality to it. It's not the ordinary, I miss you, I can't be with you right now, but soon, you know, that kind of thing. It gives a little bit more. I put a lot of thought into it, and I'm really happy that everyone is appreciating it. Wanted to mention that. And then these are the cards. I sat down last night, and I thought to myself, whatever it is that I do to the shimmer paper to alter it, I want the card to be super simple, like a 5-minute card. This is Jazz, cute little bear, fairly furry friend in the store, and I have some pre-colored ones, and all I did was fussy cut around Jazz, and then I chose some sentiments to put with them, but these frames just finished the card completely. Literally all I did was add it to the back of the card, and this was like a 10-minute, 2 projects in 10 minutes each. It was very simple, and I want to show you what I did. So let's look at some of the other products really super quick. I'm not on any kind of Spellbinders teams or anything, but I know that they have some dies that I haven't got to work with a great deal, but I really like because they're basically frames. If you made this in like a black, you could put it really pretty and just pop it right up onto a card back, and your card would practically be done. All you would need is like a sentiment. So I really like this one. It is called, I'm hoping they have the name on here, Timeless Heart. So I used that one. That is this die, and I cut 2 of them, made them kind of thick because, you know, they're pretty flimsy. There's a lot of intricate cuts in there, so I wanted it to appear to be strong and kind of hold itself up. So I used that one. And then this one, I'm not advertising or advocating for Spellbinders, but I like them because they offer something that I was looking for this card, and I thought I'd share which ones that I had used. This, it does not cut on the inside, so I had to use... Huh? Heather Houston? What about it? Oh, hi, Heather. Sorry, my husband's talking to you from another room. Supposed to be helping me out here. Anyway, this one didn't have a cut line on the inside of the die, but it does have like a center one that cuts on the outside. So all I did was use both together, and it came out looking like this. So it worked exactly the way that I wanted it to. I just kind of washi taped, or it's actually this purple tape here. Oh, good, Connie. I'm so happy. Yay! Did you like them? I want to know if she liked the stamps. I thought she would. And then also bonus, by the way that I had to use. Sorry, I can turn this down again. I'm listening to myself get all excited because Connie's online. She's my friend from church, and she's moved to Traverse City, so I sent her some kitty stamps that I got from 7 Kids Crafts. Bonus to making this frame work correctly was that I got these really cute little cuts. I thought, how pretty are these? I might have to use them someplace, maybe on the inside of the card. I don't know, I haven't decided, but bonus. Okay, so those are the dies. This one is called Chantilly Paper Lace. That's the set from Spellbinders that I used on this card. So I'm going to put these here for you to look at while I talk about some of the other things. Look what I got in the mail. Yay! It's Ranger Stickles. This one's called Moon Dust, and it's a glitter gel. And I had never worked with, I've worked with like compound gels or mousses that dry and they puff or things like that, but I have never worked with these. And I've been so into the Lavinia Stamps projects lately that I wanted more of a sparkle, something that I could like use one of my stencils with, maybe on a Lavinia card. And so I got these in the mail, and I thought, how cute would it be to alter some of this shimmer paper, which is what we're going to do today. So fun. This one is called Nebula. I don't know how well you can see what's inside there, but it's got like big gold stars towards the bottom. I haven't used that one yet. I used the Moon Dust on the Shimmers paper. So I got that, and we're going to use those. And I got this, which is like a kitchen spatula. So cute. Great handle, and it's from Nouveau. And I had never used it before last night. I'm in love with this thing. It spreads so easy. It's like butter. And it just has this straight edge so you can scrape any excess off and stick it back in the jar. This is a really good tool. Loved that. And then, who's this by? Sizzix. It is a 3-dimensional 3D embossing folder, which I've never tried before. I didn't get it in the mail recently. It was more probably 2 or 3 months ago. I had done some robot cards, and I had done another heart before Valentine's Day. I got a second 3D embossing folder, and it had like larger hearts. I don't remember if you recall. I don't know if you recall me using it, but I hadn't used this one, and I thought it would be really cute. And then this is Pretty Pink Fresh. I don't know what it's called. Doesn't have a name. Oh, Bow Ties Stencil. I got this in the mail about 2 or 3 weeks ago and fell in love with the little bow ties. So we're going to use that. And this is Whimsy Stamps. Distant Friends. This is an awesome stamp set. I love what it says. I used the Miss You and Our Paths Will Cross Again. Sending smiles across the miles is an awesome sentiment for right now. Distance means so little when someone means so much. These are really nice sentiments, so I can recommend highly that any of you looking for some sentiments.
Mel used them on the stars.
Huh?
Mel used them on the stars.
Oh, okay. Mel, you got this one too? Awesome. Yeah, it's a really good set. My kitty looks like Arabella. Oh, did you... Connie, if you make something with that stamp set, I want to see it. So, like, take a picture and send it to me. Hi, Carol. Hi, Katya. And Heather. Oh, Cappy, you love the frame. That's good. Oh, you sent me something else in the mail. Yay! I love it when I get something in the mail. And then another post somewhere. Oh, they're saying thank you for the sentiment set. Okay, so let's get, I don't know, do we want to use pink again? Let's use a different color. That way I'll have some cards that are different than the ones that I made last night. So let's use, well, this blue will kind of go with stamp, that already pre-colored stamp, so that'll be cool. We will use the blue. Put that away, get it out of the way. Okay, so it's an odd shape product. I'm not sure why they offered it in this. It's really long. If I had to measure it, I would say, Jiminy Crickets, it's 12 inches by probably 6. No, like 5. So it's a little bit of an odd shaped product for like A4 card makers, but it works perfect for what we want to do today. So I'm going to move these up out of the way just a little bit. And it cuts really well. I tried a die cut with it last night, and where I did not try just a plain circle or something that was super simple, I used like a butterfly and tried to cut it. This is not necessarily the best product to try and die cut unless it's maybe a circle, like I said. It didn't die cut, but in your cutter it works really well. So let's cut this down to, if we're going to do a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, let's do a 4, so it's a little bit smaller than the paper. And then we're going to need 2 of them, one for the Stickles and one for the embossing folder. So if it was 5 1/2, let's go 5 1/4. So this is what we're going to work with, 2 of them. This one. See, it cuts really easy with your cutter, but the die cut, I think, just kind of, the Mylar might squish and move in too much in order for it to run through the machine. So I was not successful trying to die cut it. Hi Geraldine, nice to have you. I know it's late where you are. We're playing with some Mylar today, which I was really excited about because I just got it in the mail. Here it is. So put this one aside. I'm going to put this one out. Let's start with this one because it's going to take a little time for it to dry. And I'm going to grab, I like to kind of use the stretch paper underneath when I do any kind of work like this because it makes a mess. So we'll just stabilize this. And then put a little piece of it underneath. Am I in the middle? Yep, it looks like everybody can see me. Can you see me, James?
Yep.
Okay. He's so helpful today. Okay. So I'm just going to stabilize that, and then we're going to put the bows over it. Isn't that cute? I kind of fell in love with this. Pink Posh. I'm going to have to make something with some bows, a little different, maybe bows with little tails or something, because I love using the girly stuff every once in a while. I'm not huge on it in particular, but I do like it every once in a while. Alright, I'm going to use my new handy dandy toy tool and the Stickles Ranger Glitter Gel Moon Dust. See, it looks like lip balm with glitter in it. And it's really soft and gooey. You don't need a ton of it, but you can see it's like almost like syrup. See how nice? And it's full, loaded with glitter. So we're just going to smear some of this on the project. And this is like a waste not tool. It doesn't waste any of your stuff because it's got this flat edge. And I'm going to go left and right into the holes. Keep in mind that you're trying to fill all the little spots of the holes of the bows. I kind of feel like I'm buttering French toast or something. That's how it feels. It's like butter. There we go. Fill all these holes. All the bows. All the way down. Remember to go left and right because there's different gaps. And then if you need a little more, you can just grab it from a different section with the flat edge. Works really nice. I love this tool. Brilliant. Sometimes the makers of these tools really get it right. This one, they got right. Nouveau did good. Creating a tool that everybody could work with. It made the job less than impossible. Made it wonderful to play with. Nice. Okay. Looks full to me. Maybe a little bit more up here. It's like not a full bow. Then when you have extra, just put it back in your little jug, jar, container, whatever you want to call it. There you go. And cap it. Now I'm going to get my wipies and clean this up because it's got a glue base, so you don't want it on your tools, obviously. Cleans up really nice. This is like almost a Teflon. It's really nice, very rubbery, very soft. Okay, and then that's fine. I want this one and this one. Lift that off. I'm going to wipe this stencil real quick off screen because my paper is on the screen. Wipes really clean, very easily. It's going to take more than one wipe, I'm afraid. There we go. Oh, I have it all over me. No, I didn't pick up that glitter from anywhere, honey. There. So, my tool is clean, and we have one of these Shimmer Sheetz altered with cute little bows. Let's see what that looks like. Kind of get this a little closer for you so you can see. There we go. Let me hold it up to the camera, move it in a few different directions so I can almost see it on the screen there, but close up it just turns really cute. It's a super cute product. And it's like you've altered your background paper, you've put a little bit of extra dimension in, plus some bling. It's awesome. I love this. Okay, we're going to put that off to the side, and then we're done with this messy mess. Okay, I won't need the, let me try and get this a little bit more off my hands here. Let's put the other one, ooh, messy, in the embossing folder. Now, I want to talk to you about the embossing folder thing, because what I learned last night is the Gemini Junior does not like 3D. I don't know, maybe Gemini, maybe the company that makes the Gemini maybe they have a 3D folder that works a little bit better, but this Sizzix one does not want to go through. I've tried it with 3 or 4 different plates, and I had the same trouble last time I used these Sizzix folders. So I suggest, this is just me recommending how I had to, sharing with you how I had to get it to be processed, is with the hand-run Cuttlebug. One of my favorite machines anyway. It's one of the older ones, but I love this machine. So I'm going to put plate A in my Cuttlebug, and then the 3D folder with the shimmer paper on the inside, and a plate B on top, and see what that gets me. Okay, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. Turned out really nice. Super dimensional. You get this up out of your way. My favorite machines. And then I will show you these 3D embossing folders were a genius idea. It just, you can see the hearts popping up in all the different directions. Now, I suppose you could use the other side, and on paper it would be something that you could even like put an ink on. It would be kind of cute. But it just lifts those hearts up. A little bit more pressure would have been needed. Let me see. I don't know about trying to run it through twice, but you can see on, let me take this pink one and show you.
You want to use 2 plates with those type of folders.
Yeah, that's what I use. The A and one of the B's is all I use. Oh, you mean in the, she means in the Gemini? I'm not sure what she means. Huh?
I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. Is it the Gemini that you're talking about? We'll have to ask her. But I tried a whole bunch of different things, and I just couldn't get it to go through the Gemini the way that it needed to so that I could work it. But if you've done it before, for sure share what plates you use, because I will test it out and check it out and do it. But oops, I want to show you with the pink one. For some reason I had a little bit more pressure on the pink, and it turned out so cute. Look how bumpy and lumpy that is with all those beautiful hearts just shimmering through with the holographic paper. I was really impressed with it. I mean, it's awesome. I really loved it. And I do like this blue one. It wasn't that it turned out bad. I just think that there's some of these hearts that could have had a little bit more pressure. Maybe I could have put the shim, the metal cutting shim in there, and just added a little bit more to it. But that's okay. We're going to use this anyway and continue to make the card real quick. Let me get some 120-pound Nina. Four and a quarter will give me 2 cards.
Sarah only uses a 2-main plate for the 3D embossing folders.
What kind of 3D embossing folders are you using with it though?
Gemini.
Yeah, the Gemini one. See, I think it's because my 3D embossing folder is a Sizzix. I think maybe it's just made maybe a little thicker. I think obviously they've created a way for any of the 3D embossing folders that are made by Crafter's Companion to work with the Crafter's Companion machine. You know, that would be silly not to. But this Sizzix one won't go through the Gemini for me. If anybody's ever got a suggestion about what plates they use with the Sizzix is my question. How do I get a Sizzix to go through without ruining the machine or the embossing folder? Because that would be like non-productive. So I'm just going down the middle of the 2 cards. A lot of times I skip this section of the card making process on my videos, because it's very, very basic in the beginning type. But I have been told in the last week that, you know, there are some women out there in some of the other groups that don't have a great deal of experience with making from scratch. So I'm just going to start. Some of the videos are going to have all the way back down to the basics, which I have no problem with. Now, let me tell you about this this paper, this Shimmer's paper. It doesn't like the, what do you call this? The double-sided regular roll. This is by Express. This one is by Su Quang. I have a whole bunch of different brands of this double-sided tape, and because I know I have a pop that on my fingernail, but because there's ins and outs and ups and downs, it doesn't stick to the paper very well. But I came to realize that the pop dots, the glue on them or something, works really, really well. So if you have any of this empty pop dot area, like these empty ones, I would cut that, trim it, and then put this on here because it sticks really well. Really, really well. So let me see what I can come up with here. I'm going to use this one because I have like a lot of empties. I have more empties on here than I have full. So we're just going to trim this, which also kind of a use everything you have left type of crafter. So I really like that I'm using stuff that would normally just get thrown away. You know, save the trees. So I'm going to put this here. Really super sticky, and for some reason it doesn't have any problem with the fact that it's got all these caves and caverns and mountains in the 3D embossing. So that was awesome. Plus, I'm not doing any coloring today because I used a pre-colored illustration. So, in order to show some people that haven't done this for a really long time some things from the basics, in order to do that, I got sticky stuff all over me. It'll take up some more time in the video, so we're just going to continue to fill the back of this. Have any of you used this Shimmer Sheetz? I know Rosemary has for sure, because that's where I saw this from. But push down a little bit, make sure you get all those crevices filled with this gluey background. And then I'm going to tilt this card this way so that I can see it straight, and then I'll show you how it turns out. Look at how pretty. I wonder how I could use this with the double dial die. That would be so cute. It looks like an ocean. I really like this. Okay, so where is the die cut that I made that was extra? Here it is for tonight's project. Now, I pre-warn you, I really do love these kind of plate frame dies from Spellbinders, but there's a billion holes in it, and it took forever to get all the papers out. I'm going to be frank with you. It did. It took a really long time. Now, I doubled it, so I had to, each one that I cut, I had to get 2 of them cleaned up enough to put on here, but so if that's one of your pet peeves and you refuse to take the time it takes to pop the little paper out of the holes, this is not something for you. But I kind of like the time, non-thinking time. Like, I am a big, huge lover of fussy cutting. I could fussy cut for hours. It just makes my mind go away, disappear into the paper, and it's like a blank slate. Okay, so now that I've talked about how I'm crafting, look at how cute. All I did was just, let me show you. I think I have what I cut. So I used these squares, and then I just cut them in half both ways, because what's available to put a pop dot behind on here is really, really small. So I did that. And then this is your blank slate. Look how pretty. Isn't that super, super pretty? All you need now is any sort of illustration. Doesn't matter, maybe you stamped it, maybe you colored it, maybe you didn't. I'm going to take this one off the pink, and we're going to pop him on the blue, just so I can kind of get a feel for how it could look. Look how cute.
Right now.
Oh, are you? Awesome. I love fussy cutting. And then, huh?
I hate fussy cutting.
You do? My husband says he hates fussy cutting. Sarah only used the 2-man plates for the 3D embossing folder. Oh, the main plates. Okay. Nancy Grant, hi! It's the first to see Stickles. Yeah. The Stickles gel is brand new for me too. I've never used it before. It comes in a bunch of different colors. I was actually looking for something that would go with the Lavinia stamps on like a darker background, the kind that I made a few weeks ago. And so that, you know, maybe one of the pods could pop out with all this glitter or whatever. And I found them and I thought, it's a gel. I didn't even realize it was a gel. So I used it with stencil tonight. And a stencil that I've been trying to get to use for a while now. I've had it for a week or two. And it just turned out perfect. It's so cute. You really got to let that dry before you can work with it. But it's great to have you here. 3D embossing in the Shimmer cardstock. Yeah, the Shimmer cardstock is 100% awesome. If you haven't tried it, I suggest you give it a go. I don't remember what I paid for it. I'm sorry, I apologize, but I don't think it's all that much expensive. And you know, if you're looking for something brand new that you've never tried before, this is the ticket. It was very fun to use. I don't suggest intricate die cutting with it because it grabs the edges of the Mylar paper and pulls it and doesn't really cut through. It's not like a, I wonder if maybe I could get some sort of a die cutting plate that would work with it, and we could try that sometime. But I tried it last night and it didn't work very well, so I don't suggest that. But Dana, she's fussy cutting, and hi Tammy. Oh no, it's Cheryl. You're saying hi Tammy. Hi Cheryl. It's okay that you're late. I'm glad you could make it. And oh, it's beautiful in Melbourne too. I'll tell you ladies, it was 61 today. I think at the highest. Sun was out, the birds were chirping. It was fantastic. I got a cup of coffee and I sat down and I put out my ads, and you know, I took a look at what was going on in the store, and I have some die designs, or I do have die designs on their way, but I have some illustrations that I fell in love with. This is a sneak peek, don't tell anybody, but it's a little frog jumping onto a lily pad, and he's so cute. It's going to work perfect with the double dial dies, so I'm going to have that out for the May release just in a few days here. It's almost done. I want to pre-color it so that I have something to work with when I show you guys what the illustration looks like. But yeah, so it was beautiful today to hear. I'm really glad you could join me. Oh, Kathy, you're going to order the Mylar paper? Let me tell you, it was Elizabeth Designs. I think it was the name brand of the paper. Toowoomba. Oh, Queensland, Australia. You just came in from the garden? I love gardening. None of my friends garden, but I do all of the herbs, and I've done strawberries and tomatoes, and you know, I'm a big herb person. I dry them myself and I store them and, you know, use them all year long. So I'm big on the garden. I'm glad to have you out there. Get some sun. Love the Stickles gel with the stencil. Very creative. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's gonna be cold tomorrow. Dana, shh, don't tell anybody that. Okay, so let me show you ladies again, and then we'll be done. This is much quicker video tonight than it has been in the past, and I apologize, but I just wanted to share some of the new text that I got with some of the new stuff that I got in. This is it in the blue. This is it in the pink. All I did was just stamp one of the Whimsy stamps and cut a piece of paper equivalent to the size of the stamp and added it to the edge. So that's what they look like in both of those colors. And then this one, oops, goes on here. I have pop-up paper. The blue isn't going to dry in time for me to probably finish making tonight, but I will show you once again what it would look like in the pink. This is popped up. I wanted to take that frame and see if it was actually the double or the single that I cut. It was the double. So we're going to just pop that back down and put our little guy on there. His name is Jazz. It's gender friendly, which I think is very fair these days. And what is that die? This is a Spellbinder's die too, I think. It's just one that I pulled out of my old stash because I kind of wanted it to feel a little bit more, what's the word for this? Like a wrought iron gate kind of feel. This whole die cut kind of makes me feel like it's like a gate, a big wrought iron gate. And I thought, how cute would that be? You could send this to a church friend, Connie, or you know, your mom. You could put a Happy Mother's Day on there. It would be perfect for anything. So ladies, this was so much fun. Let me show you the blue one more time, just so you can see. And if you all have any ideas about altering, how would you alter some of this Shimmer's paper? I'd love to try it and show you. Die cutting didn't work very well, but I wonder if there's anything else that somebody could come up with. I wonder how to take ink. Obviously it's going to need to be one of those inks that stick on non-porous, but like a stamping on it, a bunch of different flowers or something, and alter it that way. Isn't that beautiful? How pretty is that? Okay. So that's our crafting this week. It was really good to have you all here. Warm day. Let me just make sure that I caught up with everybody's gel with the stencils. And it's going to be cold. Oh, now you're stamping. Boy, you're busy. Yes, sure. Please watch the replay. And if you haven't had a chance to run across any of this, Shimmer's sheet has like 5 or 6 different colors. They're really bright and brilliant, and it makes a card a little bit more special than just a card. So James, pick a number for me, please, between 1 and 10.
Okay.
Tell me what it is. 4. So Dana, David, Cheryl. Cheryl Robertson is the 4th person up from the bottom, and you are the winner of whatever product you would like in my digital store at tlcdesigns.shop. Email me, private message me, whatever you'd like, and let me know once you've perused some of the digital products. It's obviously not the die, but the digital products, papers or illustrations or sets, pre-colored or not pre-colored, doesn't matter to me. You are the winner, and I'm really super glad that everybody enjoyed joining me tonight, and I hope to see you again next week. We're going to maybe do another double dial die with the new toad illustration, so that should be really fun. But I hope you all stay safe and have a great week. I will see you again next week. Thanks. Bye for now. Stay crafty, okay? Bye-bye.